Welcome back to Levanto Collective's channel. I'm Glenellis. I'm the founder of the Levanto Collective, and we're here for step 5 of the 5 steps to thrive. So this is a system that I created in order to optimize or just live the best life that I could given the circumstances that we're living in. So you've made it to step 5, which is cultivating joy and radical rest. And it's arguably, to me, the most important. But we've been on the journey together. We did a rise check. We've created a beautiful sanctuary. We revolutionized your calendar and maximized your month. But let's say you're doing all that and you're still exhausted. Well, it's probably because I left the hardest step for the last step. It's counterintuitive. It's the one where you think, I don't have time for this. But actually, it's the one that makes it all sustainable. Look, I get it. Last week, I was running on 3 cups of coffee, 4 hours of sleep, and pure determination. A friend texted me to see how I was doing, and all I could answer was 5 upside down emojis. But what I wasn't telling her and myself is that I was exhausted. I was getting irritable with the people that I love. I was making rash decisions, and I knew that I needed to prioritize joy and rest in that moment before it was too late. Sound familiar? So I did something I never do. I canceled my weekend plans. And I mean canceled, not rescheduled, canceled. And I put away my phone. I ignored my emails, and I asked myself a question that I hadn't asked myself in weeks. What do I really need? And the answer wasn't another system. It wasn't another optimized schedule or a new planner. It was rest, real rest, and joy that wasn't scheduled, earned, or productive. That weekend taught me that step 5, cultivating joy and radical rest, isn't the cherry on top. It's the thing that makes everything else possible. Because here's what I learned. You can have the most beautiful sanctuary, the most optimized calendar, and if you don't know how to rest when life gets messy, if you don't know how to access joy when there's chaos, you're basically just organizing your way to a prettier breakdown. As women of color, we're conditioned to be everything for everyone. The reliable daughter, the star employee, the one that has it all together. What people don't see are the 3 a.m. panic attacks, or the constant anxiety, is going to your car after work and crying for no reason. And then we open their phone and the world is literally on fire. Our rights are being taken away, our communities are being attacked, and the institutions are failing us left and right before our eyes. How are we supposed to practice self-care when our nervous system is stuck in survival mode? When the institutions that are supposed to protect us, education, healthcare, our workplace, are treating us like we're disposable. Here's what I learned sitting in the park and what my therapist has been telling me for months. The system is designed this way. It's meant to keep you exhausted, to keep you so disconnected from yourself, your community, from your body, that you can't fight back. Our ancestors didn't have individualistic self-care. They had communal care. They had cultural practices that sustained them through mass unalivings and slavery and colonization and migration. They survived so much worse with much less. They knew that one person resting meant the rest of them could keep fighting. In times where everything feels uncertain, when the news is overwhelming, the cost of living keeps rising, and political tensions are high, joy becomes your inheritance. Rest is your revolution. Look, I know you've heard about self-care tips before, but this isn't just face masks and bubble baths. This is about surviving a system that profits off your exhaustion. Let's start by breaking the strong woman myth. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It's actually a strength. It's about being able to recharge. I mean, think about it. You have to charge your phone, your car needs maintenance. Everything needs time to plug in to be productive. Let's talk about joy as resistance. And I know this sounds dramatic, but hear me out. In a world that profits off of our exhaustion, that says we don't matter, happiness is not something we deserve, joy becomes a radical act. Every time you prioritize happiness, you say, I matter. Every time you choose rest over hustle culture, you're breaking a cycle. Every time you laugh instead of powering through, you're reclaiming your humanity. Your joy isn't selfish, it's necessary. Dance like your ancestors are watching, because they are. And rest like it's a revolution, because it is. I'll see you next week, hopefully a little more joyful, a little more rested, and ready to dance. Bye.